What's up, guys? This is going to be my restaurants review on just the fountains. All right, I made a separate video just for this because there are so many restaurants here. All right, and we're gonna start off with this one right here. First stop on the menu for our restaurants here at the fountains is gonna be PF Chains. It's pretty good. It's kind of more of those like typical like restaurants. Not really that great of Asian food, I don't think, or anything like that. It has some good food, I'll say. The inside's nice. Only thing I've ever had a problem with whenever I was here, even pre-COVID, is seating and just the wait time and whatnot. For some reason, it's always like a long wait time, and I don't think it's like that great of a place. PF Chains is going to be a little bit more pricey just because that's PF Chains. I personally, I just don't think their food is worth that much money. It's not terribly expensive, but I think their quality food is not worth the price that they're asking. Service isn't bad. Overall, I'd give this place probably a 6 out of 10. So this one is called Kona Grill Kitchen Sushi and Cocktails. All right, I've been here a couple of times. It was actually pretty good from what I had. So if you're in El Paso and you're looking for a pretty good kind of like any like sushi meals or anything like that, other than like typical like pho restaurants, it's also got some burgers and whatnot. So if you're looking more of that Western kind of American style of place, then you can go there. Especially, I went there with a buddy of mine. You've seen him in a lot of videos, Kenny Monroe. All right, so we went here. I had sushi because I love sushi, and he's not a big fan of it, so he had some burgers. So if you got kind of like that type of friend, that doesn't like sushi, but you can still bring them here, okay? If you look, they do have these mists, humidifier kind of things coming down from the ceiling outside. So for Kona Grill was a little bit more expensive. Sushi's always gonna be more expensive. I don't know why. It's not really that hard to make, but I guess it's the products mostly. If you get a vegetarian one or whatever, it's obviously gonna be cheaper just because they aren't using raw fish or anything in it. It wasn't too pricey. I can't remember exactly what it is because it's been a while since I went there. It's nice and aesthetic appealing. Service is pretty good. Food's also pretty good. All right. Overall, I probably give this a 7 out of 10. That's mostly just because I just haven't eaten here a whole lot. The food they did have was good, but if I were to compare their sushi to somewhere else, it wasn't like a great sushi that I've had. They do have very unique types though, like stuff with like mango and coconut in it. So stuff that's like Hawaiian style, mixed with also like traditional like Japanese style sushi. All right, next stop is gonna be Grimaldis right here. Okay, so this is a pizza, kind of pizza place. All right, they have amazing pizzas. I love their margarita pizzas, so the food is fantastic. They also have very delicious calzones, which I haven't personally had, but Split and Turner have both had. Overall, I had a good time here. Good food. Service wasn't like super great. I won't say like it's excellent, but it wasn't bad. All right, so it's kind of like, like they were good. They sat us down, were really friendly and all that good stuff. All right, there wasn't bad service. It just wasn't super fantastic. It's a nice, very scenic place. All right, so as you can see, they have outdoor seating. Grimaldis, fairly cheap. It's a little bit more expensive, obviously, than some other pizza places, just because it's better quality. I think it was like $12 or maybe like 16 bucks for a 12-inch pizza. So it's a little bit more pricey than other places, but the food is better. But it has really good pizza. So try to take away from if you're not trying to go after that fast food pizza. This is one of the good places right here in the fountains to get pizza. All right, this one's Smoothie Tropical Cafe. All right, I've only been here like once. My impression of it, it's not bad. They have a lot of other stuff other than smoothies too. Okay, they got some snacks and whatnot. I can't exactly remember, but it wasn't like too pricey or anything like that. I don't think their smoothies were like super great though. I've been to a lot of other smoothie places. I love smoothies. So overall, I think I would give this place maybe like a 7 out of 10. All right, so this is Menchies. All right, there's a lot of dessert places in the fountains. This is the one we've preferred to go to. If you like frozen yogurt, this is definitely a spot to hit up. All right. They also have a Haagen-Dazs as well. I'm not gonna really touch on it because it's just ice cream. So, but this is frozen yogurt. All right. I think it's a little bit more special. They do. I will say they don't have as many selections as I would hope a frozen yogurt place would have, or ones I've been to in the past. They do have some unique flavors though. My personal favorites have been, they have coconut, they have mango sorbet, they did have pineapple. I didn't find the pineapple as good, but they also have a lot of other stuff like birthday cake, cheesecake. What are some of the other ones? Oh yeah, they had cake batter. They also had like pistachio, I think I saw in there. Vanilla pudding, yeah. Oh, banana pudding, there was vanilla. So they had some classic ones and then also some kind of crazier flavors. I will say they do have a really big selection of toppings and different types of sauces. Also, since we are near Mexico, and they do have this one sauce, I forget what it's called, but it's kind of like a spicy. So if you ever had like Mexican candies, you know that Mexicans are kind of weird and they like these weird spicy candies. So it's like a spicy sweet, but they do have that type of same flavoring in a sauce that you can put on the frozen yogurt. So I found that pretty interesting. So if you're in El Paso, you're gonna get a different variety of flavors than you would in other parts of Texas. All right, that's for sure. During COVID though, they do take it very seriously if that does matter to you. All right, as all the places here in El Paso have. But they're really like more on it than other restaurants I've been to, probably because it's a smaller location, which also I don't very much enjoy for a frozen yogurt place. I like a little bit more open room, but they do make you, they have hand sanitizer and then they do make you wear gloves as well. So just be aware of that when you go in, and then there is a number capacity that they actually do keep track of as opposed to other places. Overall though, I would say 7 out of 10. It's not the best frozen yogurt place I've been to, just mostly size and the selectivity of the frozen yogurt itself. All right, next stop on ours is another dessert place here. I just tried it, so this is my first time having it, and this is my first impression of it. It is amazing. Oh my God, I wish I had tried this sooner. All right, Cinaholic is just phenomenal, all right? So if you're not a big dessert guy, I'm not myself, okay? You can still come here and have a nice little snack, or dessert, I guess, technically, without like too much sugar or too much sweetness, okay? Because I'm not a big fan of like super sweet stuff, all right? But if you got a sugar tooth, this is also a spot for you, okay? They have a huge range. I had the strawberry and cream Cinnabon. It wasn't super sweet. The sweetest thing on it was really just a frosting, but honestly, when you'll hear me say it, it tasted like a strudel, all right? It tasted like I was eating a strawberry strudel. And then they have the other side, which Split just had. His was like freaking loaded. Like, oh my God. I thought after the first bite, I was gonna die. Take your first bite. Tell me what you think.
Diabetes.
Yeah. They have outdoor seating, all right, it's a small place, but you know, it's just a cinnamon shop, so you can't really expect to like sit down in it. It was really good though. I'd give it overall, I'll give it an 8.5, because I was gonna give it an 8, but Split says it's 9. All right, next stop is the Melting Pot. All right, this is honestly one of my favorites, probably one of the best restaurants I've ever been to in El Paso. Great service, fantastic food. I went out here and ate, and they have this amazing like dinner for like a couple. It's like $45 each if you split it, but honestly it would be worth it. I didn't get it just because I wasn't looking to get that much food. This is a fondue place, all right? So they got cheese fondues, they got salads, they have like the actual meal fondues with all types of meat and whatnot and vegetables, and they also have dessert fondues. So if you get the couples one, it comes all inclusive with everything. So it'll just give you an appetizer one, like it'll be like a cheese fondue, whatever you pick, and then they'll give you a salad for both of you, and then the meal, so that's one each, and then they'll give you a dessert one. So the appetizer and the dessert you share. But honestly, all we had was just the meal, and we were already stuffed. And they had like plenty of vegan options. Honestly, you'd think it didn't seem like a whole lot of food that they had, but it was like very filling. And also some of the sauces they have are just amazing. But they have like this row of sauces that they have specially made for you. And then they think goes well. They even make their own. It's all made in-house, so you know it's like really fresh. The meat's great as well. That's what I came here with Turner, and that's what he told me. He was having it, and it cooks really well too. So like, it's really very neat invention. You sit down on the table and they have a heat plate there for you, and then you can control the temperature, and then they'll tell you got your skewers and whatnot. And if you're a first time ever being fondue like I was, they'll go through step-by-step process with you. All right, the servers and staff are amazing, wonderful. It wasn't really a long wait time either that I had while being here. Amazing food. All right, so melting pot is gonna be more expensive. Obviously, I already talked about the $45 each kind of couple set. Their meals, if you just get the regular meal, it's gonna be about like probably $20 to $30 a meal. I think they have a couple that are 18, but if you get something on top of that, then it's gonna be a little bit more. All right, so it's almost like if it's your first time, I would just recommend doing the couples one, like I did, but that's what they recommend, and I think you should do it as well. It's a great place for a date as well. Overall, I'd give this a 10 out of 10. And also, side note, they do have a online recipe book that you can purchase through their website, which I'll leave a link in the description, so you can go check that out if you ever if you've been here and you ever think about trying to get their food, because honestly, that's what I'm gonna do, because I love that sauces that they had. So next one is Crave. All right, I personally haven't been here yet, but I'll talk on it and what I've heard from people that have. All right, so I guess they got some good breakfast and whatnot. So it's kind of like a brunch kind of place, I would think, describe it as best. All right, they do have burgers and stuff like that, but they also have like these breakfast burgers as well. They do have some other things, not too sure about. Heard the food is really good though. Service is good there. All right, overall, I just rate this an 8 out of 10. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. Next stop on our little thing at the fountains is La Madeleine. All right, it's got a couple of shops around town. All right, so this isn't the only one. I just want to touch on it because I wasn't going to drive to another one. But it's kind of like a Panera bread. That's the best thing I can compare to. All right, it's a bread shop. It's not terribly different. I wouldn't say it's like super great or anything. They do have a great selection of bread. Okay, the bread's good. It's made fresh. I don't know if they have anything else. I believe they do have like soups and salads as well. I'm not entirely sure. I've only really gotten baguette here, which I did in a previous video, if you want to check that out. But I did find it's pretty nice in there. All right, I've sat down and ate in there before. They have an outdoor seating on this one with some shade and fans going, so that's kind of nice. Overall, I'd probably give this a 7 out of 10 as well. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that video. That's going to be the last one of my restaurant reviews in El Paso. I hope you like this series. I'm going to try to do another one of Louisville as well, and maybe some other places that I go visit. Hopefully one in Alaska as well. Make sure that you check out the other 2 restaurant reviews I got right here at the bottom corners. Alright, those ones I posted before, and they have some really good ones in there. The best of the top 10 does have a 10 out of 10 as well in it, other than Melting Pot. So make sure you check that one out. All right, well, anyways, see you guys in the next one.